Tirek?
Perhaps. Perhaps I am, perhaps I am not. But of what interest is it to you? Of what interest is it to anyone, for that matter?
That of your brother's interest, perhaps?
Scorpan?
It has been many years, Tirek, since we last saw one another.
Yes. Many years indeed. Why are you here, Scorpan?
Because you're here, brother. Why else?
Why else indeed?
It has truly been far too long then.
Or perhaps it hasn't been long enough.
Tirek, why are you so bitter? I must be the first sign of life you've seen in millennia. Well, apart from the Cerberus guards.
I believe you have answered your own question, Scorpan.
I do not quite understand.
Yes, too many years indeed. Answer me this, Scorpan. What happened when we came to Equestria all those years ago?
We parted our ways and never saw nor heard from one another again.
You and I both know that there is more to it than just a parting of ways.
Sadly, that is true. I'd found a new outlook on life.
You double-crossed me and then ran away.
It wasn't like that at all, brother.
Do you remember why the two of us first came to Equestria so long ago?
We came for the magic that every pony in the land is born with.
And why did we embark on such an endeavor?
Because we needed that magic. Because our homeland, Mythos, was a hostile place.
So much so that many dragons, many of other species, and even the entire griffin race migrated to new lands, never to return. We needed that power for the people of Mythos, many of whom were of our own kind, were always looking down on us and oppressing all who were below them.
Yes, and the Draconici were always something of their own unique menace as well.
With the magic that we'd set out to take, not even the spirits of chaos would be able to stand against us. What we were doing ensured the cease of our oppression.
We weren't doing it for others like us. We just did it for ourselves.
And we always did it for ourselves, for you and I were the only ones we could trust.
Yes, I remember that feeling. I felt disgusted by how peaceful and cooperative Equestrian society was. How different it was from Mythos. But I soon realized that that's because I was actually jealous of the ponies. I felt that I deserved the camaraderie in my homeland that they'd all had.
I fail to see how this changes things, for we both felt the same way.
Yes, but where you wanted to take their peace and harmony from them, I rather wanted to see how they maintained it.
Or perhaps you realized that such power was not worth sharing.
What?
And while it appeared that you were dawdling like an idiot, befriending the ponies, you ran straight for the princesses and pointed them my way.
No, Tirek, it's not!
And then while I was against a power that I could not face alone, You stole enough magic for yourself and then ran away before anyone could catch you.
Tirek, that isn't what happened!
Oh? Then enlighten me.
I wanted to stay in Equestria. I wanted to live amongst the ponies that had accepted me. I felt at home among them, more so than in Mythos. I tried telling you about what I discovered, but you would not hear it.
No. The hierarchy of Mythos needs to be shown the oppression they so rightly deserve.
Your place was in Mythos, and I accepted that. But as the days passed on, I realized that we were at ends. I could not let you harm the people that I'd come to love.
So you turned me over to the princesses and went home alone.
Why do you find this so hard to believe?
You claim you'd found friendship in Equestria to be better than ruling over Mythos, and yet you left? I find that very hard to believe.
When I'd warned the princesses about you, I'd revealed how I'd also done the same at first, stealing magic from other ponies. Although I'd made it clear that I'd renounced my ways and returned the stolen magic, I still felt as though they thought I was not to be trusted. And rightfully so, I realized. Much of the damage that had been done was indeed my fault. I felt as though I no longer belonged in Equestria. That's why I returned to Mythos. I did it out of shame.
How is the land of Mythos? Not that I'd be aware.
Actually, much is quite well. There is peace between most species.
And I am to assume that you taught them the lessons of friendship, and then they all just decided to dance along with you?
No, of course it was not so easy. In fact, I at first thought it was hopeless. But I remembered from a friend, a young wizard named Starswell, that patience is a virtue, so I kept at it. And over time, I and many others had quelled the fire-hearted.
And now all of Mythos is at peace?
Not all of the land, but much has changed in these long many years. If only you could see for yourself. If only you were not imprisoned in this dungeon realm.
If only you hadn't left me to rot in this dungeon realm.
Tirek, I did not think.
That is quite apparent. A centaur once told me that friendship is like a vice, that allies are only traitors looking for a clearer target, that friendship itself is a weakness waiting to be exploited. I suppose I should be thanking you, Scorpan. You have clearly made his case.
Brother,
do not call me that! You are no brother of mine. I have no friends. I have no allies. And I especially do not have a brother.
So then, this is what it has come to?
It appears so. What? Your medallion?
I did not think they would send you here, Tirek. I thought the two sisters would only exile you from Equestria and then bar the way to keep you from coming back. All this time, I thought you were out in some other land. I'd hoped you would one day return.
Scorpan?
Of all things in my life, to me there are only two constants. That medallion my only true possession, and you, Tirek, the only one I could trust, the only one I could call my brother. For years I'd lost and given away many of my possessions, but the medallion I always kept, as a reminder of what once was, and now what can never be again.
Scorpan!
I had come to set you free, Tirek, to bring you home, but now I see there is nothing to bring home.
Scorpan!
Goodbye, brother.
Scorpan! One day, Scorpan, I shall be free of this prison, and when I am, I will drain all the magic from the ponies you so love, and then I will grind your precious Equestria into the earth, and when I have done that, brother, I am coming for you now!